Hey everyone, it's Melissa with Build a Better Bakery. So excited to be here with you today to talk about baking business. Our main topic, the thing that we like to focus on here at Build a Better Bakery. If you've never been with us before, I want to fill you in on what we do, who we are. So again, I'm Melissa. I'm the CEO, the main mentor at Build a Better Bakery. Our mission is to literally just make baking business simple for you. That's how we like to do it. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be simple? Yes, that's what we do. We have step-by-step accessible information, genuine support, just like this live session today. That is our little secret sauce. That's how we like to approach baking business. Our team of 3 military spouses support bakers all over the world. We're located in the US. One of us is in Germany right now. We help people envision, start, and manage their businesses so they can experience fruitful and joyful futures in the baking industry. That looks different for everyone, so we do our best to bring everyone together and help each individual baker with whatever they're dealing with at the moment. So go ahead and throw up a hashtag replay if you're here with me on the replay. I want to make sure I am live. Perfect. I can see comments. I'm live in the group right now. So if you want to let me know what your questions are, what's going on today, maybe let me know what you're up to today. Are you doing any baking? Let me know in the comments. I see Kelsey here. Kelsey does her hashtag live because she is live. If you're ever here live with us, you can also throw up your hashtag live. Now, today's topic is an important piece of information. As we're getting through 2022, I want to bring up some trends in the baking business world that you should probably keep an eye on as we move through the end of this year, so that when you come into 2023, you have a better idea of what you can focus on, what's going to give you the best bang for your buck as far as just being a baker, having your business, really this is good for really any type of baking business. It's just industry trends. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. Also, before we get into this, to stay in the know about these lives, maybe you're new or you're not sure how to get information on this, you can always check the events inside the group. I usually post the event for the week on between Monday and Wednesday. You can figure out what the topic is, and then you can click going or not if you want to come to the live session, or you can view it on the replay. But being live means you get to ask questions and hang out. So it's more beneficial to come live, but you don't have to. You can send me a friend request, Melissa Fryer, on the Facebook platform. I will receive it, I will accept it, and then I can send you invites to these as I create the event, so you don't even have to really keep track of it. I can just send that over to you. Or you can hang out on our email list, which is a free email list. I send out one weekly email with replay links and any resources that might be useful for you that week. And that's all it is. I send it out every week. You can jump on there and get the replays if that's easier. Okay, hey Sarah, good to see you. She's doing her hashtag live, perfect. All right, I'm gonna jump right into this because I have a lot of baking to do today. So let's get into number 1, a baking trend that I want you to keep an eye on for this year. The idea for this is comfort in a time of economic uncertainty. All over the world, there's a lot of economic uncertainty going on. People are spending more, making less. It's becoming an issue, and it's going to affect every industry differently. But what's interesting about our industry is that we deal in food and we also deal in comfort foods. So that's why I want to bring this one up as number 1. When we're looking at the economic issues produced by our current world environment, it's going to be different no matter where you're located. So you might have a different issue or situation going on where you're living. No matter what's going on, if it's not great, many customers are going to be looking for something specific that is a comfort food and affordable. Now, I want to really hit home on this one. I am not telling you to build your entire business around being affordable for people, because that's not going to be profitable for you down the line. I just want you to imagine this concept as being a possibility for like 1 or 2 products that you're going to offer. So again, I'm not suggesting you change your entire business or build an entire business around comfort and affordability, but knowing that if you have something like that, you're going to attract more clients, especially in this environment that we're in right now. So if you don't have something like this already, I suggest taking a moment to work up some brainstorming, some ideas on a comfort item that is affordable for the client, which means it's affordable for you to make. It's really beneficial if it serves more than one person, because then you can get that into the hands of families where they can enjoy it together affordably, and it's not costing you a lot on the back end to be able to serve multiple people at one time. It's easy to eat, meaning on the go, in the car. Think about, how is someone going to enjoy this? Could they enjoy this walking, right? Like, or do they have to sit down with a knife and spoon? That's not as comfortable, right? Because people can't enjoy it in multiple different places. And then also, is this something that they can store easily? Can it maybe be shelf stable, or not have to be, essentially something that's easy to care for. So again, it's a lot easier to purchase. And then something that you can offer on a regular basis. Again, different for everybody. I don't know your material situation. I don't know your expertise, but something that you feel okay making maybe every week, maybe a couple times a month, something that can become kind of your staple comfort product. And hopefully once you make that, it's affordable, it's comforting, it's something that you can do regularly. That's going to help build the basis of your business while also feeding into that trend of comfort, affordable food at this certain type of situation, economic situation that everyone's in right now. This type of product will give you an edge in the market, as trends suggest that these types of baked foods and sweets are going to become even more popular. The trend I'm looking at specifically is what types of foods are purchased during a recession. And a lot of that is candy bars, ice cream, things that are cheap, things that are, or affordable, I guess we use the word affordable, and things that will serve more than one person, like a tub of ice cream, and something that is comforting. So keeping that in mind, maybe get some brainstorming down about that. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. #live. All right, number 2, a trend to keep in mind. Consider moving away from machine-like aspects in your business. Not necessarily like throw perfection out the door, but grab onto the concept that customers are constantly being bombarded by machine-made, heavily produced products. So more and more consumers are heading towards the artisanal homemade feel when they're purchasing from real people in their real community. That could come in the form of maybe your flavor profiles. So really well-known flavors from your area, like St. Louis, Missouri, a place where I used to live. They're known for their gooey butter cake. That's just kind of a thing that happens there. You don't really see gooey butter cake many other places. So really understanding that those kind of comfort foods, those kind of more handmade products that are community central are going to become very popular as people head away from, huge produced, shelf labels, and they're heading more towards the artisanal handmade products that you're going to be offering. You could also just change your copyright language around how you're talking about your products. So add in those words: artisanal, handmade, signature recipes, hometown recipes. Get people feeling, those soft, warm, fuzzy feelings of homemade. With so many items being machine made and mass produced, I'm sure you experience that too, people are just getting sick of it. It might look perfect, it might taste the same every time they open the bag, but people aren't getting the fuzzy feelings from those products. So clients' eyes are moving towards the more rustic, the more handmade, the more fresh bakes that they can get in their community. So definitely maybe change language around how you're talking about what you're doing, or adding in a product or two that would fit into that category. Hey, Faith. Okay, number 3, food trends are an important aspect of staying current. So by food trends, I mean like dieting trends, or just specific types of foods. Like, for instance, a very simple example would be pumpkin spice, right? In the US, pumpkin spice season, it's literally a season. People bring in pumpkin flavors and everyone knows it's fall, right? So it's just a food trend that happens to still be popular. It's still popular now. I'm already having people ask for pumpkin. it's still going on. So staying on top of those is going to help you stay current and help you essentially kind of get ahead of the game when you're planning products for your clients, because you kind of already know, okay, they're probably going to want pumpkin stuff starting in September, like the last week of September, I can roll it out. October, November, I'll sell a ton of it. So keeping that in mind. Now, no matter which trend or lifestyle food that you want to dive into, if flavor is one thing, but if you're going to dive into a completely different, essentially diet, I suggest just start with one. You might feel like, gosh, I've got people asking for vegan, I've got people asking for sugar-free, I've got people asking for gluten-free. Those are all completely different arenas if you don't already bake and cook in those ways. You have to learn a lot about the ingredients. You have to find suppliers for those ingredients. You have to come up with the recipes, and it can be overwhelming. So I suggest just choosing one that you feel like, one, you can stock, something that you feel comfortable working with, and also something that you have seen your community asking for. So if nobody has ever asked you for a vegan product, don't waste a ton of time messing with that unless you've found out through polls or demographic market research that they really do want that, because you could be wasting your time. And you don't have to offer everything under the sun. So just picking one to start with, I think, is the best plan for this. Now, as far as the categories, right, these could be allergen diets, these could be, trend diets, weight loss diets, different styles of baking, or different identities in the food industry. Some names that come to mind, different styles would be keto, paleo, vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free, etc. Right? There's a bunch to look at. And you just want to make sure it's something that I can do, and it's something that I can get ingredients for, and it's something that my market actually wants. It will be very difficult for you to serve all these options. So if you need help choosing one to focus on, go into a Facebook group, make a poll on your business page, ask people for input, go to a Chamber of Commerce meeting and ask in person, go to a business incubator and ask people there. Any place at your local church or your local dog park, wherever you hang out, just literally ask people, would you want A or B? And then gather information that way. Now, note that if you're going to jump into all of these suggestions today, that diet baking recipes are often, not always, but are often more expensive and more finicky because they move away from the regular formula of baking. They start replacing proteins, removing proteins, adding other stuff in, adding substitutes. And so that could take you some time, and making sure that you've planned in that extra time to prep a menu or adapt your recipes before going out and offering product is important. So make sure that you can revamp what you're doing, nail the recipe, then start offering it to your community. Hey, Denise, good to see you. All right, number 4, this is about design trends. I don't talk a lot about designing, not because I don't know how to do it or don't love doing it or don't do it like I'm literally about to go design, I think 6 dozen cookies and 2 cakes. It's just not the main focus of Build a Better Bakery. We deal with the more business end of it. But I did want to give you a little bit of a tip as far as if you're looking for inspiration outside of the baking industry, instead of following people on Instagram and copying what other people are doing. If you're looking for more out of the box influence, I want you to check out fashion. If you like to look at fashion magazines, you're in luck, because that's what you can do. You can check out patterns, color palettes, design elements, whatever's coming down the runway. You can check that out. You'll usually see some of these trends showing up in cake and edible design within about 6 to 8 months of hitting a runway. So do I spend a ton of time looking at fashion? No, it's not my most favorite thing to do, but I have built wedding cakes based on dresses, looked at fabric designs, made cookies out of that, coming up with ways to bring in those elements from the fashion industry, which is usually one of the leading trend industries, and then turning that into edible design. So that's something you can check out. Not always will it hit, right? Some fashion hits the runway and doesn't go any further than that. but it is a place to look for inspiration outside of the industry if you're tired of following along with what everyone else is doing and you want to come up with something a little more unique. Now, if you have an eye on any other trends that you want to share, feel free to leave a comment and add to this list. These are the 4 I wanted to mention today because I think they're the most accessible. But if you have anything in your head that you're thinking, ooh, I heard this, or ooh, I saw that, go ahead and post here and we can just create a list for everyone to check out. So let's do a recap for you. 1, creating comfort in a time of economic uncertainty could be coming up with an affordable comfort item to add to your menu that you can make regularly. Number 2, moving away from machine-like aspects, creating more artisanal, handmade products that people are desiring in a world full of mass production. Number 3, food trends keep you current. So pick maybe one food trend that you want to work with right now, build it up to where it is a good addition to your menu, and then start offering it based on your market research. What do people want in your area? And then number 4, design trends are often influenced by fashion. So if that is something that you want to start following and start using that avenue to make unique design, that's where you can look. If you have questions, you can post them here as well. We can discuss further. If anyone here has any questions or thoughts, let me know in the comments before I hop off for the day. When you are ready to brainstorm that new comfort product, you might want to talk to me or someone else about it. That's going to hopefully fly off the shelf once it starts meeting the needs of people in this unstable economic situation that we're in most of the world. If you need help brainstorming with that, or if you want to work on that new attractive copywriting for your business to bring in that home style feel, if you want to discuss trend baking options, what are the recipes like? How can I make it work for me? What experiences do I have with them? Or if you want to work through trendy designs, literally designing wedding cakes, designing custom cakes, cookies, whatever it is that you're doing, we are here for you to help with those situations. We're currently offering private strategy calls and weekly group coaching calls available via the Elite program in the silver or gold memberships. If you're in either one of those, I'm in Zoom weekly for an hour. You can come sit with me. We can do any of this. We can do other things together. It's just part of your membership. So it's a really good resource for you. If you don't necessarily need it weekly, you don't want to be in the Elite program, but you do want to talk to me, I do have those private strategy calls, either 30 minutes or an hour. We can cover whatever you want in the call. Okay, not seeing any questions. I think you guys are doing pretty good. So I'm going to hop off here for the day. I'm going to go stack my cakes, make icing, finish my cookies, do about a million things. I'll be hanging out in the group whenever I have any free time. You can send me a private message if you have questions. If you need the link to sign up for the program or the Elite program or those calls, let me know. I can send it. It's on the website, but I can also send you a direct link just to save you time. Okay, I'll see everyone later. Have a good week. I hope you survive the beginning of school and all that comes with that. Okay, see you later.